Hey, what's up, guys? Millermassacre 19 here, and I just heard that Jake Paul could be fighting Nate Diaz. This is getting ridiculous. He seems to be getting all the money fights, and I don't even know why fighters give him the time of day. He should have to start at the bottom and work his way up. Instead, he gets every fight given to him. He's 6-0 with his boxing record, but who did he fight? Ali Gib, a YouTuber, so automatic money. Nate Robinson, a basketball player, so already he fought 2 celebrities. In my opinion, that's starting at the top, because they're just fights to make a shit ton of money, because of the celebrity status. Then he makes an even bigger jump by fighting Ben Askren, an actual pro fighter that fought in Bellator, 1FC, and UFC, and has a pretty good record of 19-2. But he's known for wrestling and not his striking. But either way, he's an experienced fighter, so I don't think he deserved to fight him. I know Ben agreed to it, but in my opinion, Jake didn't deserve it. And on top of it, it's a wrestler. That's definitely not known for his boxing mastery, so a big accomplishment beating a wrestler at boxing. That's like beating a paraplegic at a race. It doesn't mean shit. Then he fights another UFC fighter, Tyron Woodley. Not just a UFC fighter, a former UFC champion, so he gets another undeserved big jump in competition. But again, Woodley was coming off 4 losses, so obviously he was a great fighter, but not what he used to be. So he beats Woodley once, then again about 4 months later. No surprise. Woodley lost 5 times in a row before their second fight. Oh yeah, and Woodley is 15 years older than Jake Paul. Wow, that's fair. Then he fights Anderson Silva, a UFC legend. Wow, I couldn't believe when I heard this. I was like, great, another big money fight. That's unfair bullshit. Because Jake and Anderson are 22 years apart, and Anderson was a legendary not just striker, but all-around mixed martial artist. But even with that, Anderson is way past his prime, and he's not allowed to use anything other than boxing. So another fight catered towards Jake. Big surprise. He wins. Wow. So you beat 2 celebrities, a wrestler, a man that lost 4 fights in a row before you fought him, and a legend that's 22 years older than you. That's just crazy to me, and it just seems like everyone just kisses his ass. Oh, he's such a great fighter. In my opinion, he's not a great fighter. Great fighters start at the bottom and work their way up. A great fighter fights through adversity. A great fighter doesn't fight a wrestler in a boxing match. A great fighter doesn't go looking for fights with fighters past their prime, or fighters on a big losing streak. That's why I don't agree with people saying that Jake is a good or great fighter. Just my opinion. Anyways, now there are rumors that he's going to be fighting Nate Diaz. I'm a big fan of Nate Diaz, but I hope he doesn't give Jake this fight because I don't think he deserves it. But Nate will fight anyone, anytime, so he'll probably give it to him. And if this fight would happen, I would hope that Nate would win. But you can only take so many shots to the head before your chin begins to diminish. Just look at what happened to Chuck Liddell. I don't think that Nate's chin is diminished yet, but you never know when someone's had enough. But hopefully if the fight happens, Nate wins. I wish him luck, and I wish Jake the worst. I'm not a fan, but Jake doesn't need luck. He has money, popularity, and now he thinks he's Muhammad Ali. In the world we live in now, there's people that probably think that too. And another reason I really hate this fight is because fighting is Nate's life. If he loses, the community might look at him in a different light for losing to Jake, and they would all have something negative to say about him. I know the community would still love and respect him because it's Nate fucking Diaz, but I think he would get a lot of negative bullshit thrown his way if he would lose. But if Jake would lose, it would be, oh, he gave Nate a hell of a fight, and it would be, if they had another fight, Jake would win. What I'm getting at is it's a win-win for Jake with money and with fans, whether he wins or loses. But with Nate, it's win-win with money, but not so much with what people would say about him if he would lose. It's bullshit, in my opinion, because if Jake loses, he doesn't have to face the backlash that Nate would have to face if he would lose. Nate would hear all the bullshit while Jake would hear nothing. I don't like Jake boxing, and I don't like the fight, but that's just my opinion. And on top of that, I'm hearing about a fight with Jake and Michael Bisping. I hope not, because then Jake will get another fight given to him that he shouldn't have, and Michael will be in danger of getting injured further. He's a good fighter, but he's got one eye and he's past his prime. Not good. I can't wait until Jake and his brother get what's coming to them. They'll meet their match one day. Maybe when they fight someone in the fight game that's in their weight class and is their age and is on their skill level. But who knows, they'll probably just keep picking and choosing. But either way, in the end they win because they're rich and nobody can take that away from them. Hopefully they go to jail for tax evasion or something. Anyways guys, this video is just my opinion, so don't get pissed if you don't agree. Thanks for watching. This is Millermassacre 19. I'll see you guys later.